Hello, friends. We're back again, and we're going over the 11.1 stuff for World of Warcraft: The War Within. Hello, creature. How you doing?
I'm good. This is part two. If you want all the funny, like, haha, oh my god, I can't believe she said that. How does she not know? Go to part one, and then you'll get all your needs met, or whatever the fuck that means.
True.
All right. So, do you want to go over 11.1, the patch notes? Do you want to look at the maps? Do you want to look at the tier sets, or do you want to look at the tier set models? What do you want to do first?
Do you think there's a good order to do this in?
I don't care.
Okay. Let's do the loading screens then.
Loading screens, got it. So all of our thoughts and opinions on the classes and specs before this patch, last video. All right, so the new maps and loading screens. This is pretty short, obviously.
Yeah, that's why I thought it'd be good to start with.
Here's the loading screen for the raid.
It looks very ultra wide, and I don't have an ultra wide monitor.
And then here's the zone maps. Wow.
Oh, it's shaped like a heart.
Yeah. All right.
Or a spade, I guess.
All right. And then we have the Floodgate Dungeon.
Oh.
Wow. And then we have
Operation
that's
Floodgate.
Tortigal. This is Tortigal. Okay. Then we have the Undermine Zone.
Swanky.
Wanky. And there's the 3 cartels. And you got the zone map.
The Intercontinental Hotel.
I'm at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
The Galagio.
And then we got the New Delve.
Gonna be awful.
And then Kazolgar.
Oh my god, the Undermine is right there.
Undermine is right there. And then
Forgotten Vaults. I think we already went. I think that's part of Siren Isles, isn't it? Whatever. The Ring and Deeps.
And
So it just extends.
Mhm.
Okay.
And we got the War Crutch.
Zold. Fuck do you mean Zoldazar?
Goblin stuff is happening, so
What has changed?
goblin
The
stuff.
Kaja Coast?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Alright, and that's that. Alright, what next?
The notes, I guess?
Alright. Here go the next 40 minutes.
Well, let's save this for last.
Okay.
We'll do that one. The class tier set bonuses.
Okay. Here come the next 20 minutes. Alright. So all the tier sets. So you remember how I said, haha, what if everything was the outlaw stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't joking. Alright, Augmentation Evoker. So they've made it so that all of the roles have the exact same tier set. It's just it interacts differently. So all healers have the same general tier set, all tanks have the same, ranged have the same, and melee have the same. All ranged DPS are jackpot. So 2 set bonus for Augmentation Evoker. Your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot. Am I too close to you?
No, you're fine.
All have a chance to hit a jackpot, causing an upheaval at 100% effectiveness that does not knock enemies up. Casting Breath of Eons always hits a jackpot. So you have a chance to get it, but if you cast your big spell, you're guaranteed to get it. That's pretty much all ranged DPS.
Okay.
And then your 4 set bonus, which is specific to the specs. Your upheaval has a 100% chance to grant Essence Burst. Eruptions cast with Essence Burst deal 25% increased damage.
I think the camera's tracking you. Yeah.
So as you can see, the 2 set bonus is a generalized one that everyone's going to get, and your 4 set specifically buffs the thing. So what do you think of Augvoker? You haven't seen any of the changes to Augvoker, so you're going in this with old thoughts, but what do you think?
Yeah.
Randomly get upheavals, and then Breath of Eons always gives you an upheaval, and then this stuff buffs your upheavals to do Essence Burst, and they deal increased damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds simple enough.
that's it. Elemental Shaman. Your spells and abilities have a chance to hit a jackpot that summons a fire elemental for 8 seconds. Casting Ascendance always hits a jackpot. When you summon or extend your fire elemental, your lightning bolt, chain lightning, and lava burst deal 10% increased damage for 8 seconds.
Okay.
Yep.
They're very similar, but they do different things for the specific spec.
Yeah, so range DPS is jackpot, luck of the draw is tanks, winning streak is melee DPS, and insurance is healers. Alright,
Okay.
so Death Knight, blood. They use luck of the draw because they're a tank. Each time you take damage, you have a chance to activate luck of the draw, causing you to cast survival instincts for 4 seconds. Your damage done is increased by 15% for 8 seconds after luck of the draw activates.
I think that's wrong because Death Knight doesn't have survival instincts.
Mm.
I think it's supposed to be something else.
Set bonus. Luck of the Draw has a 2-second increased duration. While Luck of the Draw is active, Death Strike costs 2 less runic power and can strike up to 2 additional nearby enemies.
Yeah, that is a way to do it.
There's no way to guarantee Luck of the Draw, so you'll randomly just heal for 3 times the amount you usually do.
Yippee.
Yippee. Frost. Winning Streak. Winning Streak is annoying as shit and I hate it. But it's one of the 4, so your spells and abilities have a chance to activate Winning Streak, increasing the damage of your Frost Strike and Glacial Advance by 2%, stacking up to 5 times. Obliterate has a 15% chance to remove Winning Streak. So you see, you build Win Streak, and then ability has a chance to remove Winning Streak. So that's what the 2 set does. The 4 set will give you a bonus for removing your winning streak. Winning streak stacks an additional 3 times. While on a winning streak, your Frost Strike and Glacial Advance have a chance to cast Frost Scythe at 50% effectiveness. Frost Scythe now also benefits from winning streak. So you build up, and then you lose it. There's a problem with winning streak in the fact that some classes, like Frost Death Knight, their abilities that build winning streak and their ability that gets rid of winning streak are separate. So now you just kind of don't want to hit obliterate.
But obliterate is your main, like, spammed ability.
Exactly. That's a problem with winning streak for some specs.
Alright.
So how do you feel about it?
I like that it casts Frost Scythe because you never used it before. So, yeah, it certainly is.
Unholy. Your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of your Death Coil and Epidemic by 3%, stacking up to 10 times. Death Coil and Epidemic have a 15% chance to remove winning streak. So you see, the things that benefit from winning streak are the things that remove it. Yeah. Whereas this, you just don't want to cast Obliterate.
Yeah, but the 4 set seems to make it work pretty well.
Casting Dark Transformation grants up to 10 stacks of winning streak. And while Dark Transformation is active, the effectiveness of winning streak is increased by 100% and no longer has a chance to reset. So do you see how these two are incredibly different?
Wait, Death Coil and Epidemic have a 15% chance to remove it. All stacks.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But if you're in Dark Transformation, it doesn't do it. To be clear, I like Unholy far more than I like Frost.
Yeah.
Because
that seems pretty good with the 4 set.
Yeah. You're gaining and you're losing not being connected at all is dumb because it just makes you not want to hit obliterate. Whereas this, surprise, you thought you were parsing really well, you lost all your damage.
Yeah.
Did you get heads or did you get tails? Come on. Demon Hunter, Havoc. Your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of your Blade Dance and Chaos Strike by 1%, stacking up to 10 times. Blade Dance and Chaos Strike have a 15% chance to remove winning streak. Your 4 set. Winning streak persists for 7 seconds after being removed by Blade Dance or Chaos Strike. Entering demon form sacrifices your winning streak to gain 1% crit chance per stack consumed lasts 15 seconds. What do you think?
I wonder if that counts for the temporary one from I-Beam.
Yes. Because it doesn't say using the ability, Metamorphosis. It just says entering your demon form.
Yeah.
I wonder if these stack. Like you have this that persists for 7 seconds, and then you're going to be building up a new winning streak. So will you have both at the same time, or will that one that's there?
I'm wondering if Blade Dance / Chaos Strike will remove it. You have it for 7 seconds, and then during that window, you go Demon Form to get. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Wasting uptime on meta. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to do it? All right, because we were still talking about. All right, Vengeance, 2-set bonus. Each time you
go back to it, I apologize.
You were done talking about it.
What else is there to say?
Correct.
Oh. Okay.
Vengeance, 2-set bonus. Each time you take damage, you have a chance to activate Luck of the Draw, causing you to cast Metamorphosis for 4 seconds. Your damage done is increased by 15% for 10 seconds after Luck of the Draw activates. And then your 4-set bonus, your hunt has a high chance to refresh its cooldown when you gain Luck of the Draw. What do you think?
So you're going to be spamming the hunt.
If it procs.
If it procs. And in raid, you want to be the main tank. Because if you're...
Well, no, every raid boss pulses like 100 damage every second.
Yeah, that is
so
a
even
good
if you're
point.
off-tanking, this shit will proc.
God. The hunt has a cast time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's just going to be kind of annoying.
Mm. Can you see the problem with Luck of the Draw from the two we've seen so far?
Yeah, you're...
It procs off of taking damage, so even if you're off tanking, it's gonna proc. And some tanks, the proc is infinitely better. Because, like, we both know that Blood Death Knight doesn't have survival instincts.
Yeah.
So that's probably like Dancing Rune Blade or some shit, which is almost purely defensive.
It's either gonna... Well, Dancing Rune Weapons does make you deal more damage, and that would make sense for that to be the one that activates. But there's a chance that it could activate
Vampiric Blood.
Vampiric Blood, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is purely defensive.
If you're off tanking as a Vengeance Demon Hunter and this procs, increased damage, you're in Metamorphosis, and your hunt has a chance to come off cooldown. If you're Blood, wow, you hit additional targets.
Additional enemies.
So you can see how
costing less is whatever. Hitting 2 additional nearby enemies does nothing if it's a single target fight.
So yeah, you can see the problem with Luck of the Draw. All right, Druid, balance, set bonus. Your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot, growing a wild mushroom at a nearby enemy's location at 100% effectiveness. Casting Celestial Alignment or Incarnation Chosen of a Loon always hits a jackpot. And then 4 sets, Starfall and Star Surge damage against targets afflicted by your wild mushroom damage over time effect is increased by 20%.
Movement is going to be annoying because Wild Mushroom is in a set area.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yay, they get mushrooms back, but...
This is one of the best jackpots.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Because it just increases your damage by 20%.
Yeah. Good for them?
Feral. Your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of your Ferocious Bite, Rip, and Primal Wrath by 1%, stacking up to 10 times. Ferocious Bite, Rip, and Primal Wrath have a 15% chance to remove winning streak. 4-set bonus. When you consume Apex Predator's Craving, become a big winner, dealing physical damage to Apex Predator's primary target and increasing the damage of your periodic effects by 4% for 6 seconds. Whoa! Anyway, moving on.
What's Apex Predator's Craving?
Move on.
Okay.
It's a new thing that we haven't seen.
Mm.
Guardian. 2-set bonus. Each time you take damage, you have a chance to activate Luck of the Draw, causing you to cast Survival Instincts for 4 seconds. Your damage done is increased by 15% for 8 seconds. 4-set bonus. After you gain Luck of the Draw, your next 10 Druid abilities cast another Druid ability at 125% effectiveness. We love... What the fuck is it called?
Yeah, that's an option. Gambling?
Gambling. No, the channeled thing that casts random spells for like 4 seconds.
Convoke the Spirit.
We love Convoke the Spirits! Yeah! 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 Yeah!
I'm gonna use some eye drops while you read the next one.
Okay, you no opinion on Guardian?
Not really.
Restoration. People loved oh god, what was the BFA corruption that made it so that you dealt damage in a line in front of you randomly?
Oh,
And every Guardian Druid used it, so there were full bear raids in BFA, so you couldn't raid for weeks because your tank was going to those instead of your raid.
I don't remember the
Twilight
name of
Devastation.
it. Twilight Devastation.
We get Twilight Devastation back. Restoration. Now we're gonna learn what insurance is. I hate insurance. Your healing spells have a chance to apply insurance to their target that heals them for 15 seconds. Insurance is consumed if any ally drops below 40% health to heal them. So your heals put insurance on the target. You can have multiple stacks of insurance on the same target, and if they drop below 40% health, it pops to heal them.
Okay.
All right. 4-set bonus. Life Bloom's bloom has a 30% chance to apply insurance to its target for 10 seconds. When insurance is consumed or removed, it leaves a missing rejuvenation, regrowth, or wild growth heal over time effect for 15 seconds on its target.
What does it mean by missing?
Like, if you have rejuve and regrowth, you're missing wild growth. If you have wild growth or regrowth, you're missing rejuve.
Okay. So whatever you don't have on them out of those 3, it puts that one on there.
Yeah. So if either insurance has been on the target for 15 seconds or your target drops below 40% health, they get free heal over times on themselves.
And Life Bloom also has a chance to put insurance on them.
Yeah, all of your healing spells have a chance to apply insurance, and Life Bloom just has 30%
a base
more.
Chance.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So pretty much every healer has the exact same 2-set, but their 4 sets are different.
Interesting.
Not really. Evoker, Augmentation. We already read this.
Yeah.
Hit a jackpot, Upheaval. Upheaval causes you to cast Essence Burst, and the Essence Burst deals more damage. Devastation. Your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot, launching a Shattering Star at 3 nearby enemies at 50% effectiveness. Casting Dragon Rage always hits a jackpot. Casting Shattering Star or hitting a jackpot increases the damage of your next Empower spell by 20%, stacking up to 2 times. What do you think?
Shattering Star is the single target spell, lasts for 6 seconds, and it just makes the target take more damage.
Yeah.
So that's part of your opener, that's one of your filler spells, and it makes it mandatory to take, because I don't think they always took it in
AoE.
AoE,
Yeah.
So I guess now you always have to take it.
Uh-huh. Jackpot! Insurance, 2-set, the exact same. 4-set, Verdant Embrace always grants insurance to you and your target for 6 seconds, and its cooldown is reduced by 4 seconds.
Is Verdant Embrace the one that makes you dash to your target?
0 idea.
Okay. Yeah, that is certainly a different effect.
You get more insurance.
Yippee.
More heal over time. Beast Mastery. Your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that fire a barbed shot at 200%. Holy shit. Casting Bestial Wrath always hits a jackpot. That's like every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Usually, that's so many barbed shots. Hitting a jackpot infuses your pet with a mutagen, causing its auto attacks to deal nature damage to its target and up to 5 enemies within 10 yards for 10 seconds. Mutagenic attacks reduce the cooldown of Bestial Wrath by 1 second.
We love being permanently in Bestial Wrath.
Let's go! I actually like that one. Marksmanship.
I'm sure you do.
Your set bonus, your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that increase your auto shot damage by 600% and reduce the time between auto shots by 2 seconds for 10 seconds. Casting True Shot always hits jackpot. Hey babe, do you know what the basic attack timer on Marksmanship Hunter is?
Isn't it 2.6 seconds?
About 2.6 seconds. That means every 0.6 seconds for 10 seconds.
And haste reduces it. Or reduces the time between attacks as well. So you could have it probably at like half a second or even a quarter of a second. That's insane.
Consuming Lock and Load also fires an explosive shot at 200% effectiveness.
Good for them, I
Good
guess.
for them.
That sounds like almost completely single target. Like, yeah, you consume Lock and Load for...
This is a spoiler. Marksmanship got an entire rework.
Of course they did.
Survival. Your spells and abilities have a chance to activate a winning streak, increasing the damage of your Wildfire Bomb for 3% by 6 times. Wildfire Bomb has a chance to remove winning streak. When your winning streak ends, your next kill command deals 200% additional damage and generates 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear. Arcane. Jackpot, granting you clear casting and 8% increased spell damage for 12 seconds. Casting Touch of the Magi always hits a jackpot. When you hit a jackpot, you also gain Aether Attunement at 100% effectiveness.
I don't know what Aether Attunement is, but good for them.
Good for them.
Very simple.
Fire. Your damaging spells hit a jackpot, reducing the cooldown of combustion by 3 seconds. Casting Combustion always hits a jackpot at 200% increased effectiveness. So casting Combustion reduces combustion by 6 seconds. Why didn't they just say that? Whatever.
Yippee.
When you hit a jackpot, your damage is increased by 15% for 7 seconds. If you gain jackpot from combustion, this duration is increased by 100%. Cool. All right.
We love combustion.
Frost. Jackpot. That fires a Frostbolt volley, dealing damage to your primary target and damage to up to 8 additional targets. Casting Icy Veins always hits a jackpot. Icy Veins causes you to hit a jackpot at 100% effectiveness every 10 seconds for 30 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
We love Frostbolt volley. No idea what that is.
They don't even have Frostbolt Volley.
No idea what that is. Brewmaster. Each time you take damage, you have a chance to activate Luck of the Draw, causing you to cast Fortifying Brew for 6 seconds and increasing your damage by 15% for 8 seconds. Man, I sure hope you love off-tanking.
So you have to take the talent that does something to Fortifying Brew. I think it makes it more effective.
When you gain Luck of the Draw, your next 2 casts of Blackout Kick deal 150% increased damage and incur a 2-second reduced cooldown. Woo!
Oh, we love doing Roadhouse Kicks over and over and over again.
Woo! Mistweaver. 2 set, insurance. 4 set, casting Renewing Mist applies insurance for 6 seconds. The healing of insurance is increased by up to 50% in proportion to the coverage Renewing Mist has on you and up to 10 allies.
What the fuck does that mean?
Uh-huh. Next, Windwalker. We love winning streak.
Holy shit. Rising
winning...
Sun Kick and Spinning Crane Kick. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
No, you enjoy reading it.
Go on, go for it.
Okay. Winning Streak increases the damage of your Rising Sun Kick and Spinning Crane Kick by 3%, stacking up to 10 times. Rising Sun Kick and Spinning Crane Kick have a 15% chance to remove Winning Streak. So, yeah. Fist of Fury applies 1 stack of Winning Streak when cast and when finished channeling completely. The damage of your next Fist of Fury is increased by 5% per stack when Winning Streak is removed. Your Winning Streak is always removed once it reaches max stacks. Jesus Christ.
Why is there the remove thing then? This is just 100% bad.
You just want to use Fist of Fury whenever you want, but Fist of Fury cooldown is reduced when you use Rising Sun Kick. So you have to hope that you don't get unlucky. Yippee!
Insurance. Divine Toll applies insurance to allies. It heals for 8 seconds. Divine Toll's cooldown is reduced by 1 second each time you spend Holy Power. Okay. Protection. Each time you take damage, you have a chance to activate Luck of the Draw, causing you to cast Guardian of the Ancient Kings for 4 seconds, and your damage is increased by 15% for 10 seconds. While you have Luck of the Draw, Shield of the Righteous refunds 1 to 3 Holy Power, which is either 1 or all, and extends the duration of Luck of Draw by 0.5 seconds up to 10 seconds.
Well, you already spam Shield of Righteous, so you're just gonna spam it over and over and over again while you have Luck of the Draw.
Yeah.
Joy.
And that can make your Ancient of the King last 14 seconds for free. Retribution. Your spells and abilities have a chance to grant Winning Streak, increasing the damage of your Templar's Verdict and Divine Storm by 2% up to 10 times. Templar's Verdict and Divine Storm have a 12% chance of removing Win Streak.
Whoa!
When you lose your Winning Streak, you get the last Holy Power spent back, and for 4 seconds you cannot lose Holy Power, and the damage of your Holy Power abilities are increased by 10%.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you just get a refund of 3. Okay.
You cannot lose Holy Power, so you're just gonna spam either Divine Toll or...
Templar's Verdict?
Yeah. So that's fun.
Insurance. When your Power Word shield is completely absorbed or on an ally, they are granted insurance at 40% effectiveness. Allies with your insurance or absorption effects receive 15% increased healing from you. So you just always have 15% increased healing. unless they're below 40%.
Or absorption effects, so...
If they're below 40%, they've probably already lost the absorption effects.
Then you just put another shield on them.
Which has a cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
Holy. Your healing spells have a chance to apply... Holy Word Serenity and Holy Word Sanctify apply insurance for 10 seconds to one target while Apotheosis is activated. Your healing is increased by 1% for each insurance active on allies. Wow.
Man.
5% increased healing.
Or up to 20% in a mythic raid.
Your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that fires a void bolt at an enemy at 200% effectiveness. Casting Dark Ascension or Void Eruption always hits a jackpot. Hitting a jackpot grants you 5 seconds of power infusion. Mind Blast and Void Bolt deal 15% increased damage while power infusion is active.
Jesus Christ.
Yippee.
That honestly doesn't sound too bad. The only issue is that Dark Ascension doesn't get increased uptime, but Void Eruption does. So it puts you in Void form, and then I would assume that the Void Bolt it casts will make it last longer. So you're just going to try and stay in that as long as possible.
Assassination. Increase the damage of Envenom, Rupture, Crimson Tempest by 3% up to 10 times. Envenom, Rupture, and Crimson Tempest have a 15% chance to remove Winning Streak. When you would lose Winning Streak, you have a chance to instead gain maximum stacks of Winning Streak for 4 seconds. These cannot be removed and have a 30% additional effect while immune to removal.
What?
So whenever you would hit the 15% chance to remove your winning streaks, instead you go to maximum winning streak for 4 seconds.
Okay.
Alright. Outlaw. Your spells and abilities have a chance to hit a winning streak, increasing the damage of your dispatch by 6% up to 5 times. Dispatch has a 15% chance of removing winning streak. Forset. Roll the Bones has a 12% increased chance of granting additional combat enhancements and also applies 1 stack of winning streak for each combat enhancement granted. Stacks applied by Roll of the Bones can exceed the normal winning streak's maximum of 5.
Fun.
So this is worse for you whenever you get the Between the Eyes enhancement.
Yeah, well, you want to use Between the Eyes as often as possible, and Dispatch is your filler combo point spender, so fun.
Subtlety, winning streak, increase the damage of Eviscerate, Secret Technique, and Black Powder by 3% up to 10 times. Those are also the ones that have a 15% chance to remove it. While Shadow Dance is active, you cannot lose winning streak. Gain additional stack of winning streak each time you would gain one, and deal an additional 6% shadow damage per winning streak stack. That is...
We love staying in Shadow Dance.
That is 60% additional shadow damage.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Shaman, Elemental, Jackpot that summons a fire elemental for 8 seconds. Casting and Ascendance hits a jackpot. Whenever you summon or extend your fire elemental, Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, and Lava Burst deal 10% increased damage for 8 seconds. Enhancement. Your spells and abilities have a chance to activate winning streak, increasing the damage of your start. Do you understand why this is kind of boring?
Yeah.
Like, these are better than the tier sets we usually get. Because the tier sets, some of them are just absolutely fucking worthless.
Well, they said that they wanted the tier sets to, like, not be as powerful for the first season because they wanted hero talents to shine. And now I guess they've just said, fuck that, and just... Ugh, I don't know.
The answer you're going to hear a lot of the times is, why would they make 39 tier sets when instead they can just make 4 and tailor it to fit every tier set so that they're all good, rather than some of them being worthless? Because who's going to come up with 39 tier sets every season?
Yeah, but now that they've done this, some are going to be horribly outbalanced.
What? Just roll lucky.
Oh.
Just hit the jackpot. Enhancement. Increase the damage of Storm Strike, Crash Lightning, and Lava Lash by 5%, stacking up to 5 times. Spending Maelstrom Weapon has a chance to remove winning streak. So this is another one of those, the things that build it don't care about the things that spend it.
Yeah.
So that's weird. When you gain a stack of winning streak, reduce the cooldown of Doom Winds by 2 seconds. When winning streak is removed, reduce the cooldown of Doom Winds by 10 seconds.
So you have to take the Doom Winds. talent. Yippee.
Restoration, insurance, and then when you cast Healing Rain, one ally in the Radiance has insurance applied to them. When insurance is consumed, your next Chain Heal, Healing Surge, or Healing Wave is increased by 10%. That doesn't stack.
And if no one ever goes below 40%, you're kind of SOL.
Oh, it gets rid of itself at 15 seconds.
Oh, right. You are absolutely correct.
Affliction!
I'm reading Warlock. Your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that increases your haste by 12% for 12 seconds. Casting Summon Dark Lair always hits a jackpot. Hitting a jackpot also increases the damage of Unstable Affliction by 50% and causes Unstable Affliction to spread up to 3 targets within 40 yards for 12 seconds. Jesus Christ. Demonology. Your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that summons a Dread Stalker at 165% effectiveness. Casting Summon Demonic Tyrant always hits a jackpot. Forset, casting Hand of Gul'dan causes your active Dread Stalkers to cast Dreadbite at 50% effectiveness. This damage is increased by 10% for each Soul Shard spent on Hand of Gul'dan.
And just remember, whenever you summon a Demonic Hound or whatever they're called, Dreadstalker, it also has a chance of turning it into the raid boss. You're gambling on your gambling, so you can gamble when you gamble.
Yippee. Oh my god. Your damaging spells have a chance to hit a jackpot that fires a flurry of 12 Demon Fire bolts at 200% effectiveness. Casting Summon Infernal always hits a jackpot. Hitting a jackpot increases your mastery by 3%, and your spells gain maximum benefit from mastery chaotic energies for 10 seconds. Jesus Christ.
Because remember, Destruction's mastery randomly increases your damage.
From 1% to whatever your mastery is at.
Arms, winning streak, Mortal Strike and Cleave, 2%, 10 times. Overpower has a chance to remove winning streak. When your winning streak ends, Overpower deals 20% additional damage and recharges 75% faster for 2 seconds per stack of winning streak. So I guess you do actually want to remove your winning streak.
I guess so. We love spamming Overpower.
We love Overpower. Your spells in the winning streak increase damage of Rampage by 2%, 10 times. Rampage removes it. When you gain a stack of winning streak, you have an even chance to either cause your next Bloodthirst to deal 15% increased damage and have a 25% chance to increase critical strike, or cause your next Raging Blow to deal 15% increased damage and generate 2 additional rage.
Jesus Christ.
Prot, Luck of the Draw, cast Shield Wall for 4 seconds, damage done 15%, 10 seconds. Forset, Luck of the Draw, Shield Slam's crit chance, or chance to critically strike is increased by 50%, and its critical strike chance is reduced for 6 seconds.
Fucking Christ.
We love Shield Charge. And that's all the tier set. So what do you think of the 4 new tier sets?
I'm going brazy with Affliction.
Yeah.
I can guarantee that. Some of them sound horrible, some of them sound really good. We're gonna see how this shakes up the meta. Yippee!
Insurance is my least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And then Luck of the Draw is my second least favorite.
I like Jackpot the most.
Yeah, Jackpot's my favorite, and then Winning Streak is second.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with all of those.
Alright, so that's all the tiers. Now we're going to look at the tier set models. So here's Death Knight. I believe it's LFR, then Normal, then Heroic, then Mythic. So LFR, Normal, Heroic, Mythic.
Honestly, the LFR looks pretty good, and Normal looks bad.
It's bony. You love Maldraxxus.
Not really.
Demon Hunter.
Wait, I want to see the PvP ones.
No one cares about the PvP
Oh, okay.
ones.
Meh. Kinda meh.
Demon Hunter.
Ooh. That LFR looks real good.
It's a robe. It's gross.
I like the... It looks like, what are the things that Maiev are?
Watchers.
Watchers. It looks like Watcher armor. I dig it. Your favorite that you'll never see. Druid. Oh, the PvP one looks good. Evoker, which you'll never see in dragon form.
They show the dragon form actually.
Oh.
Are you excited to see what it looks like in the dragon form?
It's going to look terrible. I do think it looks... Why is it always a naked lizard? God.
Hunter.
Everyone loves hunters.
What does this have to do with goblins?
It looks like the Sylvanas right here. Back up a bit. No, your body. It's tracking you again.
Mage.
Wow. Oh, those gauntlets look so cool.
Monk. What the fuck?
Why is their torso just visible? It's just bandages. With a bra.
I just don't like the shoulders. Alan, what the fuck?
We love the bulky armor. The heroic looks decent.
What the fuck, priest? What the fuck? What does this have to do with goblins?
Oh, look at the way they glow.
Rogue. What the fuck?
Do you like the headpiece?
It's a skull.
It is just a skull.
The headpiece is good. I
They
don't care
look
about anything
dirty.
else. Dirty. I'm sure they'll have just a plain leather version of the helmet, so I'll just steal that if I ever play the game again.
Mm-hmm.
Shaman.
We love everything looking like thunderbolts.
Yeah,
Why do they always have that motif?
nature or whatever. Warlock. This is what you're gonna be rocking next season. Are you excited?
It looks like the face is like a mouth.
A lot of these are animated, so we don't really get the full experience.
Whoa.
Something wrong?
I was kind of hoping that we wouldn't have a robe. I was hoping for something like a priest.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Warrior.
Jesus Christ. It is very spiky.
I like the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Yeah. Most of them are kind of meh.
What do these have to do with Goblin?
I don't think they have anything to do with goblins. I think it's like the anti-goblin strike force.
Oh.
Brother,
Right.
ooh.
And now we get to the meat. The meat.
I'll let you read it.
Players will travel deep into the Goblin City of Undermine, the capital of the Goblin Trade Empire. It is a city like none other seen before in World of Warcraft and stand as a testament to Goblin intelligence and creativity as experts in both technology and alchemy. As our adventures continue, we'll learn more about Goblin culture and blah 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 blah. I don't actually care about the lore. Drive, a cool acronym, needs a cool meaning, and the goblins haven't skimped on the meaning of Drive's standing for dynamic and revolutionary improvements to vehicular experiences. It's dragon riding but on the ground. Players can adjust the car's characteristics, such as adjusting its color by buying parts to add a little extra grip to hug. The roads are adjusted to slide and glide as they drift around corners. Want to accelerate faster? Then you may have to sacrifice a little speed. How you customize your car's characteristics is up to you. The raid bosses, Vexy and the Gear Grinders, Cauldron of Carnage, Rick Reverb, Styx Bunkjunker, Sprocketmonger Lockenstock, the One-Armed Bandit, Mugsy Heads of Security, Chrome King Gallywix.
Yalliwix is back. Good for him.
And we're finally fucking killing him. This is an ogre, by the way.
Of course.
Mugsy Heads of Security.
The two-headed.
That's an ogre. Operation Floodgate. The dungeon bosses are Big Mama, Demolition Duo, Swamp Face, Gezel Gigazap. And then the PvP arena. Class changes. Developer notes. Currently, Frost and Unholy Death Knights are incredibly survivable, often boasting lower death rates than tanks and far above any other spec in the game. From a fantasy perspective, it makes sense for Death Knights to be incredibly durable, and their kits lend itself well to it, but it currently leans too far in the unkillable direction. We fully expect Frost and Unholy Death Knight to continue being one of the more survivable specs, but this should bring them closer to a more sane level. Veteran of the Third War now increases stamina by 12%, was 20%. Null Magic now reduces magical damage taken by 5%, was 8%. Permafrost now generates an Absorb Shield at 30% of your attack damage, was 40%.
Auto attack damage.
So, funny thing, allied races have Veteran of the Fourth War.
God, do you think they're gonna fuck it up?
This has been brought up so many times, there's no way they would. Apocalypse and Raise Dead now summon the ghouls instantly rather than waiting for them to come out of the ground. So like you can't do the before dungeon thing anymore.
Oh, shit. Well, no, that's Apocalypse and Raise Dead. That doesn't say anything about Army of the Dead.
Apocalypse and Raise Dead visual have been updated. Demon Hunter. Imprison now breaks based on a small damage threshold instead of any damage. Spectral Sight has been reworked. No longer removed upon taking an action, no longer removed when taking damage, now removed by loss of control effects, now magic dispelled. Movement penalty reduced to 20%, was 30. Lost in the Darkness has been redesigned. Spectral Sight has 5-second reduced cooldown and no longer reduces movement speed.
That's neat. They'll constantly be tracking rogues in PvP.
Fellscar. Demon Surge now deals reduced damage beyond 8 targets.
Wow.
Havoc. New talent, Screaming Brutality. Blade Dance automatically triggers Throw Glaive on your primary target for 100% damage, and each slash has a 50% chance to Throw Glaive an enemy for 35% damage.
That's the fucking tier set from Dragonflight.
Momentum renamed Exergy and has been updated. Hunt and Vengeful Retreat increase your damage by 5% for 20 seconds. Inertia has been updated. The Hunt and Vengeful Retreat cause your next Fell Rush or Fell Blade to empower you, increasing damage by 18% for 5 seconds. Unbound Chaos has been updated. The Hunt and Vengeful Retreat cause your next Fell Rush or Fell Blade to deal 500% increased damage. Cycle of Hatred has been redesigned. I-Beam reduces the cooldown of your next I-Beam by 2.5 or 5 seconds, stacking up to 10 to 20 seconds. Exergy and Inertia Choice Node has been swapped location with Unbound Chaos. Any means necessary has been removed. So how do you feel about the fact that you no longer have to use your movement in combat now? Because now all of them have a choice between either the Hunt or Vengeful Retreat, Fell Rush or Fell Blade.
I mean, I feel like you would use Vengeful Retreat and then use the Hunt to get back in.
Or just use the Hunt. Because you don't have to use Vengeful Retreat at all anymore.
It's the Hunt and Vengeful Retreat.
Yeah, you just get it once.
Okay. Yeah, it certainly is.
Demon Spike's duration increased to 8 seconds. Cycle of Binding effect is now triggered by Sigil of Flame, was all Sigil skills, and reduces Sigil skills cooldown by 5 seconds, was 2 seconds.
I do like Demon Spikes lasting longer.
Yeah. Druid. Class tree entirely reworked. We can just look at a class tree simulator thing. Light of the Sun replaces Skull Bash for balanced druids only. Fair.
The remaining cooldown of Solar Beam is reduced by 15 seconds when it interrupts its primary targets.
Rip damage reduced, shred damage increased, swipe damage increased, ferocious bite increased, cyclone duration 5 seconds was 6. Disorienting roar now based on a small damage threshold instead of any damage. Hero talents, ravage damage reduced. What the I don't want to take the other hero talent.
You poor thing.
Balance. Sunflyer is now learned at 10, was a talent. The following talents have been removed: Light of the Sun and Sunfire. Okay. Feral. Thrash is now learned at level 10, was a talent. Brutal Slash damage increased by 10%. Killer Instinct no longer increases damage dealt by Moonfire cast with Lunar Inspiration. Guardian. Yeah.
Oh, gain magical damage reduction. Look at that. that? What the fuck is raised?
You know how Feral got Ravage that replaced their Savage bite or their Ferocious bite?
No.
Okay. Effectively, it's the same. It's Ravage, but for bear. So instead of having to have 2 buttons on your bar, you now just it replaces it, which is nice. I have no idea why it wasn't like that before. Or it's the AoE Maul that I hated having 2 buttons for. Either way, they removed a button, which is nice. No one cares about Resto.
All right.
Do you care about Resto?
No, I'm just saying. You know, what if someone watching this cares about Resto? I guess they could pause and read it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Tranquility now lasts 5 seconds instead of 8, and the total healing is unchanged. Evoker. Rescue now clears movement impairing effects from you and your target. Sleepwalk now has a whatever. Hero talents. We're looking to improve some of the weaker talents for Flame Shaper and enable them to be more effective in dungeon content. Instead of increasing duration and spreading Fire Breath and Dream Breath, Flame Shapers can now cast Fire Breath and Dream Breath more often and have them deal more damage, healing in a compressed window of time. In addition, we're adding a way to opt out of Enkindle so that Echo builds can function better with Flame Shaper. Augmentation.
New talent.
There you go.
New passive.
Read it.
There are more. Rockfall. Upheaval reaches maximum empower level 20% faster and has a 60% chance to grant Essence Burst. New passive. Closest clutch mates. Ebon Might and Breath of Eons are 25% more effective when not in a raid. Ebon Might no longer affects tanks and healers. Prefers damage dealers. In Undermined, we're making a large adjustment to Ebon Might's ally targeting functionality with the goal of better balancing their performance in smaller group content, such as dungeons and PvP. Augmentation of Evoker has previously boosted group survivability too much in smaller group content compared to other specializations due to Ebon Might affecting tanks and healers, which has impacted our ability to tune their damage without having their overall performance surpass our purely damage-dealing specializations. Without Ebon Might affecting tanks and healers, we're returning the closest clutch mate's passive to allow for their damage to be more tunable and equivalent to between raid and dungeons. Motes of possibility chance to trigger increased to 25% was 15, while in dungeons and raids, allies can no longer see additional upheavals from Rumbling Earth. Seismic Slam talent has moved to PvP talents. Devastation. New talent, Azure Celerity. Disintegrate ticks 1 additional time but deals 8% less damage. Scorching Embers damage now Scorching Embers damage increase now scales with Empower level up to a maximum of 40%, similar to Molten Embers for augmentation. Firestorm damage increased by 50% and duration reduced to 6 seconds, was 10. Eternity Surge now targets enemies within a 25-yard radius around the Evoker, was a 12-yard radius around the target. Hoarded power has been removed.
Preservation. Dream, they no longer snapshot mastery. And then the Hunter reworks. Kindling Flare has been redesigned, now increasing the radius of Flare by 50%. Territorial Instincts has been redesigned, now reduces the cooldown of Intimidation by 10 seconds, and no longer summons a pet for you if you do not have a pet out.
What the fuck?
Wilderness Medicine has been updated, now additionally increases the cooldown reduction effect of Natural Mending by 0.5 seconds. No Hard Feelings has been updated, now additionally reduces the cooldown of Misdirection by 5 seconds. Roar of Sacrifice has been updated for marksmanship hunters only. Instructs your pets to protect a friendly target from critical strikes, making attacks against the target unable to be critically strike. Last 12 seconds. While Roar of Sacrifice is active, your Spotting Eagle cannot apply Spotter's Mark. Guess what? Marksmanship hunters have a pet now. It's a Spotter Eagle.
Fun.
Intimidation now has a unique variant when you're in marksmanship spec that does not require line of sight and uses your Spotting Eagle. Explosive shot projectile speed increased. Eyes of the Beast is now only learnable by Survival and Beast Mastery Hunter. Eagle Eye is now only learned by Marksmanship Hunter because they have a Spotter Eagle.
Yeah.
Freezing Trap now breaks based on a small damage threshold Roar of Sacrifice, Wilderness Medicine, and No Hard Feelings have had their tooltips updated to not prevent marksmanship hunters with information irrelevant to their specialization.
Present, not prevent.
Dark Ranger, Withering Fire has been updated. Withering Fire now triggers from casting Black Arrow during True Shot / Bestial Wrath and no longer auto fires Black Arrow instead of gaining Death Blow. Developers note, a common complaint of Withering Fire is its consistency. The goal with this change is to raise Withering Fire's randomness floor while lowering its ceiling, still allowing for exciting high roll moments where you get many Death Blow procs rapidly and reducing the time where nothing happens during Withering Blow. Fixed an issue preventing Bleak Powder's cone from dealing damage over its intended area. Pack Leader. They reworked Pack Leader.
Fucking Christ.
New talent, Howl of the Pack Leader. Every 30 seconds, your next kill command summons the aid of a bear, wyvern, or boar. Your bear leaps into the fray, rending the flesh of up to 8 nearby targets, dealing heavy damage over time. Your wyvern increases the damage you and your pets deal. Your boar charges into battle, dealing heavy damage to your target and moderate damage to nearby enemies. Thank God they finally added Hearthstone to World of Warcraft, because that's literally what they do in the card game. Whatever. New talent, Better Together. Howl of the Pack Leader's cooldown is reduced to 25 seconds. Your pets gain an additional 5% of your attack power. New talent, Dire Summons. Kill Command reduces the cooldown of Howl of the Pack Leader by 1 second. Cobra Shot, Raptor Strike, and Mongoose Bite reduce the cooldown of Howl of the Pack Leader by 1 second. New talent, Pack Mentality. Howl of the Pack Leader causes your next kill command to deal 50% increased damage / generate an additional stack of Tip of the Spear. New talent, Ursine Fury. Your bear's periodic damage has a 10% chance to reduce the cooldown of kill command Butchery of the Flanking Strike by 1 second, 2 second. Choice node with Envenomed Fang. Envenomed Fang. Additional damage from initial damage from your bear will consume Serpent Sting from up to 8 nearby targets, dealing 100% of its remaining damage instantly. New talent, Fury of the Wyvern. Pets attacks increase your Wyvern's damage bonus by 1% up to 10%. Casting Kill Command Wildfire Bomb extends the duration of your Wyvern by 1 to 2 seconds up to an additional 10 seconds. New talent, Hog Rider. It's Hog Strider, but I wanted to... Yeah, I knew she'd do that. Each time your board deals damage, your next Cobra Strike, Raptor Strike, Mongoose Strike, strike an additional target. Beast Mastery Hunters also gain 25% increased damage to their next Cobra Strike. It stacks up to 4 times. Survival Hunters have a 25% chance to gain Mongoose Fury. New talent, No Mercy. Damage from your kill shot sends your pets into a rage, causing all active pets within 20 yards and your bear to pounce to the target and attack it. New talent, Shell Cover. When dropping below 40% health, summon the aid of a turtle, reducing the damage you take by 10% for 6 seconds. This effect can only occur once every 2 minutes. New talent, Slick Shoes. When Disengage removes a movement impairing effect, its cooldown is reduced by 4 seconds. New talent, Horseshoe Tether. When an enemy is stunned by Binding Shot, is it dragged to the center of Binding Shot. New talent, Lead from the Front. Casting Bestial Wrath Coordinated Assault summons the aid of a beast and increases your damage dealt by beast by 25% for 12 seconds.
And all that other stuff is removed. Do you want me to read Sentinel? Lunar Storm damage is increased by 25%. Lunar Storm's radius increased to 12 yards, was 8. Lunar Storm's duration increased to 12 seconds, was 8. Lunar Storm now triggers once every 30 seconds, was 15. Lunar Storm now does initial damage in addition to its periodic damage. The visuals have been updated. Cooldown can now be tracked via an aura on the player. It will now present an aura on the personal resource display when it is ready to be fired. It now follows its target very slowly. Developers' notes. Our goal with these changes is to help make Lunar Storm feel like more of a moment, be reducing its frequency and increasing its damage. We're also looking to increase its usability by allowing it to slowly track its target. Since Lunar Storm is spawned at your enemy's position, and in most contents, hunters have very little agency over where mobs are moving, we felt that allowing it to slowly follow your target is more justifiable relative to one's ground/area spells.
Developer notes. We're happy with how Beast Mastery Hunter is playing and performing. We are just adding more hooks to ensure that this spec has an appropriate area of effect to an ability. When summoned, Dire Beast gain Beast Cleave at 100% effectiveness for 8 seconds. Direct damage from Barb Shot has a 30% chance to explode on impact, dealing nature damage to nearby enemies. Damage reduced by 8. Barb Shot has a chance to explode. Your pet's damage is increased by 35% and your pet's size is increased by 10%. Choice node with Animal Companion. Oh, that's neat.
Oh.
Our vision for Beast Mastery's fantasy is tied to Animal Companion, but for players who would like to opt in to solo pet Beast Mastery, this talent should allow you to enjoy that playstyle with only a marginal throughput loss. We've taken some initial steps to ensure that this talent doesn't dramatically increase the throughput of spells like Call of the Wild, and we'll be making changes as necessary if issues arise. Stomp has been updated, deals separate damage instances between its primary target and secondary targets. Serpent Sting buff, barrage damage buff, barrage cost reduced to 40 was 60. Alpha Predator now increases critical strike damage multiplicatively rather than additional.
Whoa, that was completely wrong.
Alpha Predator now increases kill command's damage multiplicatively rather than additively.
You said critical.
Oh, true, fair. Additional kill shots fired from Hunter's Prey will now target enemies regardless of health percentage. Dire Command, summon chance, Dire Beasts now leap to their targets when summoned rather than spawning next to you and walking up slowly. Dire Frenzy is now a 2-point node and replaces Basilisk Collar. The following talents have been removed: Basilisk Collar and Venom's Bite. Marksmanship, developer's note. Moving into Undermined, we are looking to reimagine marksmanship's sharpshooter fantasy and reconcile some larger spec friction points, such as Lone Wolf. Undermined is seeing marksmanship lose their pet functionalities and instead joined in battle by a unique eagle pet that will exist outside of the game space but continue to support you in combat in a uniquely marksmanship way. So you know how you have offhands that sometimes instead of being in your hand just kind of follow over your shoulder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Kind of like the offhand that I like to use on casters.
Yes. New ability, Harrier's Cry. Your eagle descends from the sky with a screech, giving a signal to attack.
That's fucking lust.
It's bloodlust, yeah. So marksmanship hunters can lust now. Are you happy?
Yippee!
Yippee! New passive, Manhunter. Damage a player with aim shot applies grievous injury. Marksmanship locks access to mortal wounds by losing pet access, so we're returning aim shot's ability to apply mortal wounds.
Jesus Christ.
Gain the aid of a spotting eagle. Damaging an enemy with an ability powered by precise shots has a 30% chance to cause your spotting eagle to mark your target. Enemies marked by spotting eagle take 10% increased damage from your aimed shot. Replaces call pet and all associated pet abilities. Aspect of the Hydra. Aim shot, rapid fire, and arcane shot now hit a second nearby target for 40% damage. Choice node with trick shots. So
That
you can
sounds
now
pretty good.
cleave or AoE. Yeah.
Consuming precise shots increases the damage. Your damage of your auto shot is increased by 25%. Each critical strike is damaging an enemy with explosive shot increases the damage. Magnetic gunpowder. Consuming precise shot reduces the cooldown of explosive shot. Consuming lock and load reduces the cooldown of explosive shot. Practice detonation and casting. Streamline with aim shot. Consuming spotter's mark, lock and load now increases the damage of aim shot. Consuming spotter's mark reduces the cooldown of aim shot. Kill shot now can benefit from precise shots at 25% effectiveness. True shot sends your spotting eagle into a frenzy, instantly applying spotter's mark to your target. During true shot, your chance to apply spotter's mark is increased by 50%. New talent, Tensile Bowstring. While True Shot is active, consuming Precise Shot extends True Shot duration by 1 second up to 5 seconds. Additionally, True Shot now increases the effectiveness of Streamline by 50%. Bullet Storm now increases your critical strike damage by 2%. Bullet Hell, damage from your multi-shot and volley, reduces the cooldown of Rapid Fire. And Rapid Fire, damage from aim shot, reduces the cooldown of volley by increase. Windrunner's Quiver. Precise Shot can now stack up to 2 times, but its damage bonus is reduced to 90%. Casting Aim Shot has a 50% chance to grant an additional stack of Precise Shot. Notes: Precise Shot stacking behavior has been updated. The damage bonus of Precise Shots now stacks, and all stacks are consumed with Arcane Shot or Multi-Shot or Cast. Spotter's Mark, Spotting Eagle gains a Cunning specialization.
So you just choose which spec it's in.
Huh.
Okay. Onaran
Wait, it
wins.
grants you Master's Call and Pathfinding.
Yeah, Master's Call is the active and Pathfinding is passive. So Pathfinding was the increased movement speed. Master's Call was the remove inhibiting thing. Yeah. Onaran wins when your eagle applies spot. Yeah, it's a 25% chance to apply a spotter's mark up to 3 additional. It's cool. Double tap, casting true shot against double tap, causing your next aim shot to fire again at 100% power. Choice node with headshot. Headshot has a substantial rotation implication, and Deadeye should provide a simpler option for players who want to improve kill shot throughput without substantially increasing cognitive load. Streamline has been updated. Oh my god.
There's so much. Holy shit.
They've reworked an entire spec, yeah. And yeah, those are all the shit that got removed for all the new stuff that got removed.
Jesus.
Survival. We're mostly happy with Survival Hunter's gameplay after the 20th anniversary celebration update, but the spec continues to have a lot of cognitive load around what buttons to press and when. To better condense Survival's rotational decision space, we're making access to Butchery and Flanking Strike mutually exclusive. Both spells have their own strengths and nuances, but having access to both at all times creates a crowded rotation that is absent of filler spells like Raptor Strike or Mongoose Bite.
Well, that's good. Oh,
Jesus Christ. This isn't, I'm so sorry. We're an hour into this video and you're just now learning. This isn't a guide to how to like look through all this stuff. We're not here to read all of this to you. We're just here to get my beautiful wife who still plays this game's reactions. This is reaction content. We're meant to be way more lazy than this.
my vision is going blurry.
No one cares about mage. Polymorph health regeneration reduced by 50%. Breaks on small damage rather than instantly.
So yeah, any sort of like hard CC where they can't move, instead of breaking on any damage, now it's after a bit of damage. So
Fire's resource economy post the War Within has been too generous.
fucking
Freezing Wind has been redesigned, now causing Frozen Orb to deal 15% more damage to units affected by Air Blizzard.
Oh my god, Blizzard has a bigger radius and lasts longer.
God, they're reworking everything. Envelop yourself in razor sharp winds, then lunge forward, dealing nature damage to enemies in your path. Damage reduced by 5 enemies. Hold to increase its lunge distance.
It's the fucking ability from the pirate thing, the limited event.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It replaces Flying Serpent King.
Mastery combo strikes effectiveness increased by 35%. We're increasing the value of mastery combo strikes for Windwalker monks with the goal of pushing it as a stat. Dance of the Wind has been redesigned. Now reduces physical damage taken by 10% and an additional 10% for every 4 seconds until you receive a physical attack. All damage done reduced by 2%. Spinning crane kick increase. Can you stop scrolling? I'm trying to read these.
We've been here for an hour.
Courageous Impulse now increases the damage of Blackout Kick by 350%. Shadowboxing Treads now increases the damage of Blackout Kick by 10%, was 20. Stuff has been removed. Stuff has been changed. There's a chance that I play Windwalker. That's why I wanted to read
I'm desiccating.
Okay, then let me do it. Okay. No, you still want to scroll.
Desiccating.
Paladin stuff.
Paladin, their healing on themselves has been buffed and their hero talents are still bad. Holy Paladin, they're getting nerfed in their healing throughput, but their total mana cost is getting buffed, so it costs less. You heal and you get mana back whenever you hit targets. Flash of Light and Holy Light have a lot of power tied into talents modifying their effectiveness, and we would like these spells to be more effective to cast without these talents, and casting these spells without Infusion of Light active to be a more viable option. Because you genuinely did not cast spells, you just attacked unless you got procs. Yep. Protection. The Hammer of Light grants Shield of the Righteous erupts a consecration beneath its...
Rat.
Wait.
Divine, what's up?
Huh, okay. I just needed to reread that.
They nerfed it so that it's worse in PvP. Divine Toll will now cast judgments at units near your main target, even if you're not in combat with them.
Oh my god, discipline is getting changes.
Well, it's a priest. It
Oh my
has to be
god,
changed.
just keep going down.
Now logs is penance healing. Yippee! Penance healing now triggers divine ages. Power word shields absorption increased. Developers note, Shadow Word Pain should be an important part of Discipline's healing on atonement targets to provide a steady stream of healing over time. Its damage has been weaker than we would like, especially compared to other spells in the kit like Entropic Rift, so we're bringing it up and reducing Entropic Rift's damage. This has a side effect of boosting Oracle's damage comparatively to Void Weaver. No, not Void Weaver.
Oh god, oh god. Why is Holy getting so many changes? I don't care.
They removed like half their talents.
What about Shadow?
Huh? What's up?
Just get rid of Void Crash, please. It's so bad. I fucking hate Void Crash.
All of your DP, all of your AoE is in Void Crash.
Just make either...
Everyone...
either make it track the target like Pyre does for Evoker,
No.
or just fucking give them a way to spread their dots. I hate Shadow Crash. It is one of the reasons I don't like Shadow.
You have two ways of dealing AoE, Shadow Crash and Psychic Link, and you're gonna like it.
Oh my fucking god.
Blind and Gouge now break on
Did the
a
damage
blah, blah,
threshold.
blah.
Okay.
An Outlaw buffed. Yeah, it's buffed. Okay.
Ghost Wolf visuals have been updated to scale with the player model and made more transparent to reduce visual clutter. Lightning Bolt has another new visual. Ancestral Guidance has been removed. What is Ancestral
We have
Guidance?
a couple goals we are trying to address with this change. One is to reduce the overlap between Ascendance and Ancestral Guidance for restoration. They both serve a similar purpose and are often combined together. Second, we'd like to bolster Enhancement and Elemental's off-healing utility from intentional global cooldown usage while pulling back on more passive ways to restore group health.
What? Whatever.
Deeply Rooted Elements is now a small % chance per Maelstrom spent rather than being a flat chance. Primordial Wave has been redesigned to deal high amount of damage to all targets inflicted by your Flame Shock. Healing Stream Totem healing increased by 80%.
What is happening to enhancement?
There's so many developer notes!
Hey guys, we fucked up.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ.
Warlock.
Alright, Warlock. My turn.
Warlock.
Get out of here.
Warlock!
Drain life damage increased by 100%. That is really nice because drain life has been worthless so far.
Draining my soul and my life.
Developers note, Soul Rot provides Affliction with a burst damage window that focuses on casting
do this? We're not built for this.
Okay, I won't read it. No,
I'm joking.
Well, I'm trying to read it and you're just popping off with random shit.
Yeah.
Soul Rot
We
provides...
didn't get a shadow thing, so you need to lose some sanity. You get it? Lose sanity? Because that's what shadow does.
You can go ahead and read it. I get that you're having fun. I just want to read it. I don't want to be interrupted.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Soul Rot provides Affliction with a burst damage window that focuses on casting Malefic Rapture in quick succession. While the drain life functionality of Soul Rot is unique and has some niche uses, it goes largely unused and can be confusing to newer players as to what they should be doing while Soul Rot is active. To address this, we are updating Soul Rot to heal its caster for a percentage of the damage dealt. This retains some of Soul Rot's identity as an affliction spell while providing a benefit that doesn't clash with throughput. Soul Rot has been redesigned. Devour the life force of your current target and up to 4 additional targets nearby, causing your primary target to suffer shadow damage and secondary targets to suffer shadow damage over 8 seconds. Damage dealt by Soul Rot also heals you for 50% of damage done. That's pretty nice. Demonology, developer's notes. In Undermined, the duration of Doom is now reduced for each soul shard spent on Hand of Gul'dan. Our goal with this change is to provide more control over when Doom explodes, since its application is dependent on randomly receiving a demonic core. In addition, Doom Eternal wasn't attractive enough to warrant a talent point, but it still felt missed, as it made Doom feel incomplete since its duration reduction wasn't maximized. Considering this, we've redesigned Doom Eternal to increase the uptime of Doom and provide a slight nudge to the demonic core economy. Doom has been updated. Consuming a demonic core no longer reduces the duration of Doom. The duration of Doom is now reduced by 1 second per soul shard spent on Hand of Gul'dan. Doom Eternal has been redesigned. When Doom expires, you have a 30% chance to generate a demonic core. Demonic Calling now has a 20% chance to make your next Call Dreadstalkers cost 2 fewer soul shards and have no cast time. It was 10%. Anything you want to say, or are you just playing dead? I don't know what Doom is, so.
Is that it?
There's still stuff for destruction. Oh god. War Within introduced a lot of new spells to Destruction's kit, increasing its complexity considerably compared to prior versions of the specialization. In Undermined, we're adding passive versions of Dimensional Rift and Channel Demon Fire, as well as adding the ability to change Reign of Fire's targeting to an enemy target rather than a reticle. These changes are aimed at providing more options for players to customize their gameplay to fit their preferred level of complexity when it comes to playing Destruction. Jesus fucking Christ, why do they have to use so many big words? Like, they're just using a lot of big words. My brain is too smooth. New talent, Demon Fire Infusion. Periodic damage from Immolate/Wither has a 4% chance to fire Demon Fire Bolt at 100% increased effectiveness. Incinerate has a 25% chance to fire a Demon Bolt at 100% increased effectiveness. What's Demon Fire Bolt? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Dimension Ripper has been redesigned.
Demon Fire Bolts. The channel that shot out Demon Fire Bolts at everyone with Immolate. So they're making that a passive thing now.
Oh, right.
And also your tier set bonus shoots out Demon Fire Bolts whenever you get a jackpot.
True. Dimension Ripper has been redesigned. Periodic damage dealt by Immolate/Weather has a 5% chance to tear open a Dimensional Rift. Now a choice node against Dimensional Rift.
So you either cast Dimensional Rift or you have a passive that randomly tears them open.
I'd probably just take the passive. Havoc duration is now 15 seconds, was 12. Mayhem now has a 35% chance to activate, was 25%. I think that's the one that makes it so that a nearby target has Havoc on it.
Mm-hmm.
Decimation will now highlight Soulfire when active. Diabolic Embers has been moved to row 10. Rain of Fire is now a choice node that can be used to change the targeting from reticle to your current target. Warrior survivability has been a weak point, and blah 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 blah. Yeah. Warrior is getting buffs, it looks like. Oh, fuck. There's stuff with delves.
Yeah.
You want to read the delve stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that we're done with classes, we can get back.
Yeah, I think it's nap time after this.
Well, we can't because we have to go to the place to get your
I know.
prescription. Then we got to go to Little Caesars. Then we got to go see Sonic Adventure 3.
Sonic 3.
Sonic Adventure 2 adapted into Sonic 3. That's right? Sonic Adventure 2 is like the main thing of this one because that's when Shadow was introduced.
I think so.
2 new delves are new variants.
2 new delves, variants to the current delves are being changed
New
to Goblin themed.
Delver's Gobtrotter. New challenge encounter rewards a gold variant of the new Gobtrotter mount. Brand's bronze now tank. Developers notes: in Undermined, we're aiming to make healing a more viable and engaging option for doing solo delve content.
Bran relies on his allies scavenging advanced technology and his trusty shotgun to charge into the front lines. Well, those certainly are.
He does stuff. We've got Mythic Plus dungeons of Operation Floodgate, Cinderbrew Meadery, the Rookery, Dark Flame Cleft, Priory of the Sacred Flame, the Motherlode, Mechagon Workshop, and Theater of Pain. What does Theater of Pain have to do with goblins? Who fucking knows?
Green.
New character specific achievement, War Within Keystone Legend. You have to attain a Mythic Plus rating of at least 2,850 during Season 2. The reward, failing to clear Mythic Plus dungeon within the timer will no longer reduce the level of your keystones below 12 for the season. Keystone from the weekly vault will not decay below level 12 with this achievement, and keystones can still be lowered by level 12 by speaking to Lindormi. Affixes items have been changed. Completing the feat of strength for achieving Keystone Master or 1600 plus in rated PvP or killing the final raid boss on Heroic or Mythic now grants one additional Catalyst charge as a reward.
So how do you feel about the fact that they nerfed plus 12s?
Above plus 12 has been buffed.
No, but they smoothed it out.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Dark Prayer now has a 15-second cast time and grants all nearby enemies when the cast completes. No longer grants damage reduction while active.
No one cares about PvP. PvP is dumb. Camp groups, maximum of 20 groups. Groups can be renamed. New warband campsite backgrounds can be unlocked for your character select screen. Collected campsites can be activated and displayed from the menu button at the top of the character select screen. From here you can assign a camp background, set a campsite as a favorite, randomize from your favorites if there are no favorite sets. One will be chosen at random. The quest log pane has received several updates. The map filter now has a counter for how many items are hidden. Oh, okay. The map legend has been relocated. New event tab has been added to the pane. Specializations for hunter pets can now be changed in the stable.
So you can have whatever hunter pet you want?
I think that's only for the eagle at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you go to the stable master and then you're like, I want my pet to be tenacity now, or I want my pet to be ferocity.
Mm-hmm.
Overall add-on performance information has been added to the top of the add-on list. Add-ons can now be categorized by add-on. All right, and for the last 3 minutes, let's look at some comments. Both our specs have been turbo trash can raid damage. We provide 0 raid buffs. We have no Mythic Plus utility, and our only tank spec can barely live in keys over a 12. But yeah, more nerfs. That's what we needed. Thanks, Blizzard. You guys are useless as always. I think they're a Death Knight.
Yeah.
Such a shame. Still no Brewmaster changes so far. This spec needs a complete rework. This game is actually trash. Affliction Warlocks. Am I a joke to you? Thank God they got rid of Light of the Sun. I hope they had a useful talent there. Also hoping they remove improved Sunfire, with Sunfire being moved to a baseline spell. They did. Frostmage changes are actually really nice. Why are they also nerfing Blood with these changes? Hunter keeps winning, but Pack Leader defense still isn't great for Mythic Plus. Does this mean what I think it does? Are we going to be able to change our Hunter spec? I don't think people are talking about this much. You constantly just complain. Do everyone a favor and just stop playing. No one cares about your opinion, dude. Stormstrike is now learned at level 10 was a talent. Developer note. Two-handed Stormstrike, let's go.
Allowing it to be cast without an offhand weapon.
DK is the worst DPS in the game right now. You nerf their survivability. So it means instead of 8 people playing it, 2 will. Blizzard at its finest. Increasing aim shot cast time, yet volley is still 6 seconds, kind of ruins it outside of true shot windows. Control F Shadow Priest. Nice. Just make Enhancement Shaman Maelstrom Weapon buff a combo point bar instead of a buff like this is right now. or this visual thing that no one ever sees, checks, uses, or will do in that patch. It's not too late. You can still do this. Everyone is using a combo bar, point weak, or a add-on. Just do the same, but with Blizzard UI. Solved. You're welcome, Blizzard. All right, last like 5.
Blood Death Knight is not getting nerfed. They specifically said it only affects Unholy and Frost.
They need to buff warrior damage specs a bit more. It's nothing to other buffs and nerfs. Holly not breaking on 1 damage could be such a huge headache saver. Mage can be insane, but in any group content does require a team to work with it. Problems. Prot Paladin is dominating at every level below 12. Solution. Nerf Prot Warrior. What a joke.
What a joke.
Alright, and that is part 2 of our World of Warcraft 11.1 coverage. Thank you for being with us when we're horrible at doing coverage. We hope that you all had a great time, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We hope you have an amazing holidays, because this is gonna go out, right after Christmas, you think?
Mm-hmm.
So, the 26th and the 27th is when these will come out. Alright, have a merry, happy...
Easter.
New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.